Going live. Bam. What's up, guys? We are live. So I tried testing a few things out. Are we going now? Not yet. I don't see the timer going. Well, who knows? All right, 8:55 on the West Coast. No, you can't even see that. Too much glare. Tried doing some stuff. I've been playing around. I've if you guys watch the stream, you know that we've been having issues with it's not so much issues with Streamlabs. It's just that I do it on the mobile through my phone, and I don't I can't do half the stuff that most people do, like pin comments to the things and stuff like that. So right now I am on the basic YouTube. Right, I'll be on for a little bit just to kind of chat and whatnot. But yeah, let me show you what we normally go. I normally do Streamlabs. I think that is weak. Look, my chinny chin chin. Yeah, so normally I'm on the Streamlabs way, but it's not great. It's not, it's mobile, like I said. Yeah, no, I'm on regular YouTube right now. Yeah, when we have it like set up real far, so I can't reach it. I can't do any of the stuff that you normally do with it. So kind of, yeah. A lot of people have been suggesting StreamYard, which is either their competitor, their little brother. I don't know exactly what it is, but that's another one that people have been suggesting. A lot of people I see stream and do that. One thing I do want to do though is while I'm on here, I want to be able to have the freedom to go on my hey, what's up, Jurassic? What's good? One thing about trying to do it on the laptop, I want to be able to have the freedom to go on my phone and click the link, like send it to the Discord that I'm in, or send it, just put a link and be able to tag it to somebody. I can't do that because I record from my phone, so there's no way I can shut down the stream, send out that link, and then still come back, and then that way I can read chats too, or have one of my producers read chats for us. So that's the issue I'm trying to work. And then we're going off of our AirPods. We're going off our AirPods and just talking right now, Jurassic. We're talking, man. So what are we talking about? We're talking about Streamlabs and how we can fix it, make it good, make it better. Gina Carano is a hot topic right now too. So and this is some stuff I'm kind of working on. I shot the first half of the video today, and then maybe a little later tonight, maybe I'll open these up and compare them. I've got this guy here as a comparison. We've got Carb Junkie Kingpin, as well as Keto Kingpin. They're brothers, but one makes healthier choices when he eats. And then do a comparison of these. Yeah, they are really good figs. Hasbro is the king of reusing figs, reusing the molds. We're seeing it we saw it with this guy. That the Venom body mold. We're going on the fifth time we get that Venom body mold. The Hulk, that 80th anniversary Hulk, 75th anniversary Hulk. We're getting that one reused a bunch of times now too. We got it with Gray Hulk. We got it with Red Hulk. We're gonna get it with Maestro. So they're getting their ching ching back. We just saw them reuse Frogman. We just saw them reuse the Dr. Octopus body mold. When they made that one, I was like, you're never gonna be able to reuse that one again. That's a very awkward body. That's like a legit what a collector's body looks like. Just stubby, kind of portly, and yeah. But they were able to squeeze it in a way and reuse that fig. Another reason why I don't like using the laptop, like I thought we had fixed it, is we put the camera on a tripod, because anytime you move the table over, it's Jurassic Park for you guys watching at home. So yeah, I want to get Maestro. I read the comics. Yeah. The first time I didn't know too much about him. Obviously, he's big and green, right? So you can spot it right away. You'd be like, oh, well, that's a Hulk, definitely. But the Marvel Lego Superheroes Part 2 has had him in there. He was like one of the starter characters. So you play with him, and I did kind of like him. He was cool. I think in what were they? It was on the Infinity Equation. I was watching them, but they were saying he was it's the same Hulk from Old Man Logan, but it's not. There are two different Hulks. He's Hillbilly Hulk or something like that. This one Maestro and Hillbilly Hulk are Hulk from Logan are two different characters, two different universes too. So yeah, but in a pinch you could switch that one over. Now you've got that 2-pack with Old Man Logan and Old Man Hawkeye. I got that one sitting up here, way up there. I haven't even opened it yet. I should. That's got that killer head sculpt. That's got that killer head sculpt that everyone's using for the Old Man Hawkeye. You could probably put it on this body mold and it would look sick. But yeah, what is up, man? What is up? Kind of just good night. Just lost the wife to bed. But yeah, this isn't so much a test one because I was testing on Streamlabs, I was testing on StreamYards. This is just to talk, vent my frustration, I guess. Yeah, if anyone wants to talk, see what's going on, I'll be around for a while. I ain't got nothing. You guys picking up the music? I'm listening to Closed on Sundays. Just had dinner. I was watching Mr. Starjo a little while ago. Somebody won some stuff. He was spinning the wheel. He won something like 4 or 5 figs. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool of him to give that stuff away up for his 1,000th subscriber. Big ups to him. If you guys aren't subscribed to him, go check him out, Mr. Starjo. See, that's another thing. If I had Streamlabs or StreamYard working right, he'd whatchamacallit, I'd be able to put his name up in big letters. Watching the 1998 Godzilla. Oh, the Matthew Broderick Godzilla. Yeah, you know what? That one gets a bad rep. It wasn't bad, but the expectations on it were a lot higher. It's not a bad movie. It's not without its flaws, but it's not a bad movie. It's pretty funny. It's got it rained a lot in the movie. I was like, well, maybe scale back the rain just a little bit. Yeah, I like that one. Yep. They left it open-ended too. I don't want to spoil anything, but they kind of left an open-ended ending to that. I remember what I liked was the song leading up to it. The Puff Daddy, "Come With Me." He had that Led Zeppelin beat. That was a good one. Yeah, custom burning Godzilla version of it. Cool. Yeah. And then were you old enough to remember when it came out originally? 98, 97, somewhere around there. They had come with me. That was a good song, and I hated Puff Daddy. Like around 98, I really hated Puff Daddy. Like I wanted to shove this fist right through his face, but I was like, that song's not bad. It's not a bad song. But the Taco Bell dog was pretty big at that time. I want to say that's when he made his debut, was in the commercial with Godzilla. I could be wrong. I know for sure it was a Super Bowl commercial. So yeah, I don't know if anyone remembers that one, but yeah, there was the Yo quiero Taco Bell dog. And I think he goes up to Godzilla's face and barks it at his face. But that some people might say that the Puff Daddy Come With Me video was better than the Godzilla movie. I don't know. Comment below what you guys think. I didn't think it was bad. You had the French guy from The Professionals was in it. Hank Azaire, awesome comical actor. Matthew Broderick. I can't remember the name of the girl. Little curly hair blonde girl. She was cool. I liked her. Matt. He was on Melrose Place before. He was one of the soldiers. A bunch of the soldiers were somebody kind of that you knew back then. The animated series. I remember the animated series, and that one. You know what? The animated series kind of followed more like the some of the older Godzilla movies from the 70s, where he was kind of like their friend. He was designed to be whenever there was trouble, whenever a kaiju pops up. Hey, get on the old horn with Godzilla. We need him. If memory serves, I was already 98. I'm in high school in 98, so if I start talking about watching Godzilla the animated series, I might get a quick stiff one. I think her name was Brock. Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds about right. Yeah, yeah. Watch every single one. You know what? That's the beauty of right now with streaming. If you got HBO Max, they've got them all. I don't know about that one, the '98 version. I'm not sure if that one's on there. Maybe if but they've got some of the old classics. My nephew's real big on Godzilla right now, so I can legit bring him over and just pop in HBO Max. Like, bro, you're good to go for like the next 6 hours. You can chill. I actually got him a NECA Godzilla. It was the original 1958 version of the NECA Godzilla. The DVD, yeah, bro. Not a lot of people have DVDs anymore. They're, back in like the 90s when you used to go to someone's house and they still had VHSs and you kind of laughed at them a little bit. I recently get sent all my DVDs down to the basement. I had a big tower of them right about here, but they were taking up space for toys and other things. Like just usually when I shoot, I keep everything in this corner, and it was getting pretty crowded. So the DVDs had to go. No one was watching them. We stream things that I have on DVD. Just 2 feet this way, but it's easier to just boom, 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 2-3 clicks, and you're watching Goodfellas. 2-3 clicks, and you're watching Reservoir Dogs. So it's sad, but yeah, I had to put them up. They're sitting in a tote in the basement now. So yeah, shirt check real quick since we're here. Boom, the Rick Tater shit. Who remembers that? Back before the show started to suck. I have a lot of DVDs. Yeah, man, DVDs. And you know what? You can go to flea markets now, swap meets, and just Blu-rays are going for cheap. Thank you. Yeah, they're going for cheap now, so it is what it is. Yeah, VHS. It's okay. So from time to time, I like to lace the kids up on how it was, how things used to be, right? So I'll tell my boys we'll just be driving randomly, and like an idea pops in my head. Like I was telling them about how VHS. I was like, yeah, no, but you would get maybe once every 3 to 6 months you would get a free preview from HBO or Showtime. You would have it for the weekend. So it started like Friday at like 4 o'clock, 5 p.m. and then, hey, what's going on, Blaze? Yeah, you would get the free preview in Friday, and they said you had it for the weekend, right? So in that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you try to watch as many free movies as you can because it's a premium channel. You didn't get it all the time. So I'm talking like late 80s, 88, 89. I mean, it carried on into the 90s, but that's when I remember we would you get a blank VHS tape, a virgin VHS tape, and just wait till something came on and you recorded it. Usually at the bottom of the screen. Let me see if I can get this right. At the bottom of the screen, it would say Showtime free preview, and then the 1-800 number that you call to get to get it beyond the week. So I would always tell the kids that, and then going to video stores and just renting. If you had two VCRs, you know what I'm talking about. You didn't buy no movies. All you did was go to the video store. Let me read a comment real quick. Let me see. My favorite Godzilla has to be the Shiny Godzilla GMK. Yeah, HBO was not that big then. If I recall. Yeah, no, you had to. It's not like now where everyone's piecing up together to strengthen numbers type thing. It was HBO was HBO, Showtime was Showtime, Cinemax was Cinemax. They even had the movie channel. I think maybe later it turned into Stars. I think Stars now is what the movie channel is. What the movie channel used to be. Got the homeboy J-Boy Fresh watching live. What it do? He's his thing's disabled, but yeah, he's always on. So yeah, I remember even way back in the late 80s, HBO had their own original series. They had this one called First and 10, The Bulls Mean Business. It was a football. it was a football themed TV show. Kind of it was like a comedy, a 30-minute comedy. They had Dream On was on there. Dream On. I wasn't supposed to be watching Dream On. I was like 10 watching Dream On, but that was a good show. Kind of the reason why, like on my standard YouTubes, when I slide in a clip of something, or just to kind of give like a visual reference for what I'm talking about, so that you guys watching the video can understand it. They did that a lot. If anyone remembers Dream On, that was a pretty fun show back in the days that we weren't supposed to be watching. There's a lot of stuff from the 80s we weren't supposed to be watching, man. RoboCop, R-rated. Aliens, R-rated. No, I think Aliens was PG-13. But all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, the Jason, R-rated. We ain't supposed to be watching that. But here's a VHS. Stay out of my hair for a few hours. That was the 80s. That's how they raised us. And then in the 90s they got us a Sega Genesis. Like, here, this Sega Genesis is gonna raise you. Or Super NES. Leave a comment below if you guys were Super NESs or if you guys were Genesisers. I love those movies. Yep. The movies that made us. Yeah. If you were on the playground and someone I'm gonna show that real quick. Yeah. Oh, okay. Because it was no, Hollywood Video. And you know what? Hollywood Video didn't come till later. So in our little area, we had Oak Tree Video, right? And then down the street was Blockbuster. But we were just so small business, right? Like keep it small business. This one was here before Blockbuster. It was our, like, they knew us. They knew it was like a mom and pop type video store. It was less than a mile away from our house. It was like to the point where, yeah, you could walk to it if you had a bike. You could definitely ride a bike to it. And they had their Genesis section, they had their Super Nintendo section, and then they had the new releases and whatnot. But yeah, for the longest, I was diehard with them. Even though like everyone at school was talking about Blockbuster this, Blockbuster that, you find whatever you need. The tipping point was Aladdin on Sega Genesis. I reserved it like a week in advance, and it didn't show up. I literally called them on a Friday night like 20 times. Wanted to pick up Aladdin on Sega Genesis, and they didn't have it. So I was like, man, trick this, Dad. Let's go to Blockbuster. So yeah, we went. He had to fill out a home membership. It took a little bit of time, but we were able to rent Lethal Enforcers. I don't know if anyone remembers that game. It came with a blue and a red light gun, like where you actually shot with the gun, just like the arcade game. That thing was sick. That thing was so dope, man. It came with a little briefcase when we left Blockbuster. People were looking at me like I was the president. Like they were like, "Whoa, what's this kid got?" I'm like a 10, 12-year-old kid walking around with a briefcase of Lethal Enforcer and a light gun. That thing was dope. That thing was so dope. Let me read some comments real quick. Don Thomas, NES all the way. Darth Blaze, Super Nintendo. Blockbuster, same. Super Nintendo. Oh man, I'm in a room full of guys I don't get along with. It, man. I was Genesis all the way. Blood Code. That's all I gotta say. The Blood Code. You guys didn't have the Blood Code. We were sitting pretty over here, ripping heads off of spines and stuff like that. Yeah. You know what? NES had, or Super NES, the graphics, the pixels were slightly better, but that Blood Code thing was a deal breaker, man. Imagine playing Mortal Kombat now with no blood. It's like when they make a movie that's supposed to be R-rated, but they scale it back to PG-13 because they want a few more butts in the seats. It's like, bro, you don't do that. Don't do that to movies. Make them PG-13 when they're supposed to be R. Speaking of which, we're gonna be getting the new Mortal Kombat movie coming out pretty soon. I think we're already in February. I thought it was like February 17th. It was supposed to drop. I'm not sure. Tomb Raider, yeah, I remember the first Tomb Raider was man, it was like game changer. All the different stuff you could do. She pulled out her guns and was just bouncing all over the wall. And then when they came out with part 2, it like the graphics wise, it just blew it out of the water. It's like, man, they doubled up on all the pixel sprites and everything. I think that thing was raw. That's probably like 96, 97. That was one of the first PlayStation titles that I could remember. The first video console I ever played was Atari. There you go, Atari. Yeah, we had. I didn't have it personally. My brothers always talk about it. They had Coleco, and they were like, oh no, Coleco way better than Atari. The little joystick with it had buttons on it and almost like an old cell phone. How cell phones have buttons, and it had a joystick on it. That was Coleco. But yeah, Atari similar. Let me see. Let me get caught up on the chats real quick, guys. After Super Nintendo's N64, I played that so much. Yeah, that first Super Mario was raw, just because it gave you that whole open world concept, that sandbox concept where you can pretty much do anything you want. That was so different at the time. You didn't have that. And then one of the best shooters ever, GoldenEye. Leave a comment below. Leave a like if you enjoyed GoldenEye. GoldenEye was one of the first that we had Doom. I had Doom on the PC. My brother had it on his computer when he left to college. When he came back, I would get to play it with the God codes and all that stuff. But yeah, for as far as consoles went, GoldenEye was the first person shooter and it was you could do 4 people at the same time. That was so dope, man. You're having a little mini party at your house. You would always try to find the biggest TV you could. Whoever had the biggest TV, come on, I'll bring my 64. I'll bring this. You bring that, and we'll make it a party. 64, 3DS, PS2 Mortal Kombat games were the GOAT. You know what? Probably by the time they were on PS4, I kind of left them alone for a while. I moved on to other stuff like Halo and GTA were out about then. PS2, yeah, GoldenEye, perfect. Yep, Slappers. Anybody ever play Slappers on GoldenEye? Just the screen gets all bloody. That was a fun game. I could play some GoldenEye now. That'd be dope. I used to have that game. I forgot about it. Dinosaurs of Jurassic Park. Yeah, Tomb Raider. You know which one was? I might be kind of outdating most of the people in the chat, but the Jurassic Park on Sega Genesis. That one was a really fun one. You could play it. There was 2 different modes you could play. You could play it as Dr. Alan Grant, or you could play it as a raptor. And two completely different missions you could do. As the raptor, you needed to eat in order to stay alive. So you had to eat some of the park rangers. You could eat smaller dinosaurs, eat bigger dinosaurs to get more health. Yeah, the Sega. Yep. And then there were cheat codes on it so that you can get further. Without the cheat codes, I could never get to the part where you're on the raft, where you're going down the rapids, and then the T-Rex pops out at you. That's kind of what the ride at Universal Studios was kind of based off of. Was that part of the game that was supposed to be in the movie, but it got cut for budget. They couldn't get the T-Rex. It was real hard for them to shoot in rain and water. Like when they did the scene that did stay in the movie where he flips the SUV over, they said that the dinosaur would kind of get the shakes after a little bit because of the weight of the water. Yeah, Dino Crisis. I remember that one too. Dino Crisis was a good one. Dino Crisis. I'm trying to think that, yeah, they made 2 within like a year span of each other. They made 2 different ones, and the Dino Crisis was the second one. Shoot, I still remember Madden on Genesis. Madden 92, we had that one. You could, yeah, it was, you couldn't make out who they were, but they had names. You could actually play with your Steve Youngs or your Joe Montanas, your Jim Kellys and stuff like that. That was pretty fun. I know Super Nintendo had Techno Bowl. So, you know, kind of the same thing. And the Super Techno Bowl came out a little later. Bo Jackson on Super Techno Bowl. God, you could not catch him. That dude was a burner, just up and down. He could run you over. He could outlast you. He was good. He was good. Yeah, that's true. At one point they were on lunch break, and the T-Rex moved itself. Yep. That was my thing. Resident Evil, yeah. So with Resident Evil, that was PlayStation 1, the very first one. I remember going to a friend's house, and he had it, and this is how janky the PlayStations were. He had a whole technique to where he say this is the PlayStation, right? he would lean it up against his TV this way, like almost upside down, or else it would overheat. And then other times he said he would wrap it in a towel and then lean it that way, just so it wouldn't overheat. Yeah, that was crazy. Blitz, NFL Blitz. I remember that. Blitz was raw. Used to be able to go to the arcades like Scandia or Malibu or something like that, and play like a 4-person Blitz. I was like, man, it's basically the same game on the console. Just stick to playing it on the consoles. But yeah, that was raw. Blitz was on PlayStation 1. I remember that. That was a real good game. There was so many hacks for that one. There was so many hacks. What's going on, Anthony? There was so many hacks you could do on that Blitz. Cheat codes now, we call them cheat codes back then. They're called hacks now. But yeah, you can do hacks where it was like everybody was on fire. There was hacks where like guys were untackleable. Those hacks where you could take the whole stadium out and you were just playing on a field. And then to me it almost felt like you were playing high school football. That's kind of what it felt like. You didn't have the audience and the big stadium around. And they kind of kept that franchise going in PS2, I think, when they did Streets. I want to say that was the NFL Streets. It wasn't the same though. They couldn't recreate that. They couldn't recreate that magic. Blitz was a good one. Blitz belongs in the Hall of Fame. That one Trespasser. I don't remember that one. Trespasser. It's it was on PlayStation. I remember after Blitz they came out with Blitz was an extension of NBA Jam. If anyone remembers the old Sega Genesis days, I've actually got that one still on my Xbox now. It's updated. I think like maybe 10 years ago they did I think tournament edition or on fire edition, something like that. And they got some of the more newer players, but it's still Kobe, rest in peace, was still with the Lakers. LeBron and Dwayne Wade were partnered up. Who else? The Splash Brothers weren't together yet. Curry was in there, but no Klay Thompson yet. So the game does need an update now. They could update it, and it's been close to 30 years since the original NBA Jam. So that'd be cool to kind of get an update on that one. But yeah. So I don't know if anybody got here late. These are some of the things I'm working on a future. He's on fire, yeah. These are some of the things I'm working on a future stream. I picked her up at GameStop last Friday. Got her came out to $25. Well, 20. It was $25, but I had a $5 credit, so it dropped it down to pretty much retail. I'm not sure. Can you find these anywhere other than GameStop? This is the first time I've seen her before, but I know she's been out for almost close to a month. It was that one, and then a buddy of mine, By the Bay Collector, local guy, not a scalper. Much respect to that dude, man. He let me get this for face value. Is the Kingpin. So I'm gonna be opening him up. I'm gonna compare him to Carb Junkie Kingpin, as well as Keto Friendly Kingpin. So be on the lookout for that. Those are going to be like standard YouTubes. I shot the desk part, in the office version of it earlier, and then either tonight or maybe even tomorrow I'll shoot in studio and cut it open and stuff like that. Let me see. Game sequel to The Lost World, but it got a lot of complaints. Yeah, I could have sworn. I mean, Jurassic Park was such a big franchise, such a big monopoly that people would attach anything to it. I remember when the original movie came out. God, there was everything. There was lunchboxes, sure, stuffed animals, sure, socks. But I mean, they had everything. They had board games. They had travel mug. It was just anything Jurassic Park. Slap it onto something, and boom, it sold. Jurassic Park was I'm trying to think what food franchise was tied in. It could have been Taco Bell, or it could have been Burger King. I don't think it was McDonald's. McDonald's would have been gripping on it. You know what? Let me charge up because I'm at 18%. I don't want the stream to die on me. Hang on one second. All right, we plug in? No, it is not plugged in. What's going on here? Oh, it was plugged in. All right. All right, maybe we'll simply move our operations a little bit further south. All right, so the wife went to bed. Let me give you guys a brief tour for as long as this cord will allow me. But yeah, this is where we normally shoot our stream. The reason I'm just kind of messing around here, I was going on Stream Labs and Stream Yard earlier just to kind of play around. I'm trying to change the format up. I like being able to like pin comments and well, Darth Blaze, man, you saw we were on your stream yesterday, messing around there, trying to I'm trying to better the stream for you guys, so I can pin a comment or I can, I saw how Darth Blaze had this chick on here, right? I want to be able to have that on the side window, have a little side music playing, stuff like that. Which reminds me, did you get dinged for copyrights putting the Ahsoka music on there? Let me read some comments. I got kind of distracted doing all this stuff. Yeah, Burger King. Yeah, for some reason I feel like it was Burger King that had the rights to it. Kept crashing. Okay, I still remember buying the Lost World VHS tape. It was holographic. I loved it. I saw 1 and 2 in theater. Lost World. So Jurassic Park, I was 93. That one came out. We happened to be in Mexico. We spent like a month in Mexico, so I saw it out there. But the thing with the theaters in Mexico, they don't dub the movies, so they're not in Spanish. I don't know about now. They could have got with the times, but they had subtitles. So my cousin was upset that he'd have to read the whole time, and I'm like, well, cool. I speak English, so I'll understand it. So I kind of win for me on that one. Let me see. What's the worst video game you ever played, and what video game you wish you would bring back? Okay. Worst video game. Oh, we would have to break that down by consoles. One of the worst video games for anything based off a movie is usually not very good. Especially like an X-Men movie. I had the original Xbox, and they came out with the Wolverine game, and that thing kind of sucked. Like I could only play X amount of levels before I was just like, you know what, man, take this back. I can't deal with it. Speaking of the original Xbox, the King Kong had his own had a video game. It was based off the Jack Black movie with Adrian Brody. That one was actually pretty good, and it had just like Jurassic Park, it had scenes that didn't make it in the movie that they were able to keep those into the game. So it extended the story a lot longer, gave it more meat, if I could say. How about you, Don Thomas? What's the worst video game you've ever played? And we're talking Atari, so that goes way back. Let me read some comments real quick. Okay, so he says, yeah, you know what? I did a test one with Streamlabs, and I had a bunch of different little windows up. I spent about an hour trying to prep it before, and then I go to start broadcasting, and nothing. It's it's a black screen with the windows that I set up. ET is famous for being garbage. It's actually making a comeback now. They couldn't fill, or they were filling up landfills full of ET cartridges. It was just ET by name. There was not when you played the actual game, there was nothing to do with ET. I think you were just moving around like dodging the government agents, I guess is what it was. Yeah. I got copyrighted, but it's still public and not punished for it. If I was making money to go in person, who made the music? Yeah. I've actually talked to him on Instagram before, and he said he was cool with me putting his music on the turntables and stuff like that, and stories and whatnot. But I mean, like if you're on Instagram and you use it on one of your stories, he gets a percentage of that, right? I'm assuming he gets X amount of cents for every time someone uses it. I don't know. Somebody lace me up. Someone smarter than me lace me up. The Peter Jackson King Kong movie and the game, amazing. Yeah, it's one of those games that you wish you kind of want to play again. You know what, Don Thomas, you sparked the conversation with me, man. The Warriors had their own video game. That thing was dope. So much so that my girlfriend at the time, who's my wife now, bought me an Xbox 360, and I would still go back and play Warriors on the Xbox because Warriors was so good that it was better than what they had on Xbox at the time, or 360 at the time. You know how the first 3 months, 6 months when a new system launches, that they might have one good game, and then after that, like everything else is kind of crap. That's kind of how it was at that point. And King Kong was one of the first ones on 360, so that was one. But Warriors and Battlefronts 2 on the original Xbox. Battlefronts 2 was fire, bro, fire. Since we're on the topic of Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic. If anyone knows, remembers that one. Knights of the Old Republic was dope. I think people still play it on mods now on the computer. Not KOTOR. That was a really good game. They made a part 2. Some people say part 2 was better. I actually like part 1. I think like in part 2, it kind of felt to me like they were just going to the well a little too much with some of the stories, kind of repeating themselves and something like that. But yeah. So that's where we're at. Anyone want to take a tour of the stuff since we're here? I got no. Those are all just finds that I found, and people were telling me, "Oh yeah, get this for me, and I'll pay you this and that." Now people are like, "Oh, you know what? Turns out I don't need it." So I'm just like, "Oh great, now I got to sit on it and see if." I really don't like doing the whole Mercari thing. I know I could probably get more than face value for it, but I'm not trying to do that. Yeah. The life of a collector, man. The life of trying to be cool with people and be like, all right, well, I'll get this for you, and then just come find me when you're ready. But they never come find me, or they find it on their own. I'm like, oh, bro, I found it. Well, okay, but now I'm stuck with it. So yeah, that's kind of shitty. I got a Toy Connect guy that hang on, I just goofed on something. All right. I got a Toy Connect guy that I do business with, but as of late, he keeps trying to get over, and a buddy of mine, he's in the chat now, J Boy Fresh, so that he's been trying to get over on him too and stuff like that. So I don't know if he's got personal stuff going on in his life, and he feels like, well, let me start upping my regulars, but well, all you're gonna do is, you're gonna push your regulars away. Which, for him, he probably, I actually don't know how much he makes off each individual sale. So who's to say, like, oh yeah, good riddance. But yeah, gotta get going to bed here soon. Gotta work in the morning. Yep. Thanks for stopping by, man. Thanks for stopping by. And then there were six of the homies just chilling. Yeah, man. This is an improv stream. Really no main topic. Let me see. Getting a text from J Boy Fresh real quick. Hold on. He said I could say it on live. Most what dress Spark is my favorite. Yeah, you know what? And it does. Lost World was so like it was a really cool concept because it was almost like the King Kong movie where trying to find an island with the dinosaurs and stuff like that. But it was its own thing. It became a rescue mission halfway through that part, and then it took another 90-degree turn once they hit San Diego. It became a different movie too once they were in San Diego. Let me see. Okay, J-Boy Fresh has a question for me on the gram. He says, do you think I should buy Ploto Coon for $30 online? I'm gonna say we're supposed to be getting some reissues of those pretty soon, but $30. Is that with shipping? With shipping included 30 or $30 plus shipping? That'd be kind of pricey. 30 plus shipping. Ploto Kun's a good figure. I've got him. But I see that this is someone who has the figure in hand already, saying wait on it. It's not that big of a need. But if you don't have one, then I get your feeling. I mean, I'm a guy with no vipers. Here's GI Joe down here, just in case anyone cares. Those are the newest finds. Yeah, that's me. That's me. That I've already got them. So I'm gonna say wait on it. 30 seems a little pricey, especially if you don't want to hit that purchase button and then like 2 days later you see it online for $19.99. Or I do believe we're supposed to be getting some restocks of that, some reissues. Try Hasbro Pulse before you do it. Sometimes they get some stuff in once in a while. I picked up a Gremlins figure and a Jason figure off the NECA ones. Yeah, I like the little pervert one that opens up his trench coat. That one's pretty cool. And then from Gremlins 2, the girl with the lipstick, kind of reminds me of like the girl I took to prom or something. That was a cool scene. Gremlins 2 is not it doesn't get the credit that it deserves. It was like when Gremlins 2 came out, they wanted it to be just like Gremlins 1. It's like, well, why couldn't you be like, let it be its own thing? Over time, it's like a fine wine. It appreciates. It appreciates after a little while. But yeah. Oh yeah, Greta, that was her name, Greta. Yeah, she was weirdly hot. She was weirdly hot. The electric gremlin was dope. The one with the wings, and then the smart one, the one that drank the brain potion. Like, no, I don't think we'll be telling them that. Why'd they make him British? Why'd he start talking like Dan Who all of a sudden? That was kind of. Is that the smart equal British? Is that what we're led to believe? Hulk Hogan had a cameo in that one. The Grandpa Munster was in it. It's a good movie. It's just don't expect it to be part one. That was its biggest flaw, is that it was expected to be part one. So yeah. Let me check. I'm checking a couple of Instagram messages. Oh, and Darth Blaze is gone, but I just wanted to show him that he was on Super Bowl. He was talking a lot of cowboy stuff, and I we were both off drink, so it was fun. We had a little exchange. Have you gone on any hunts? You know what? No, I haven't. Not since this last one that I posted, the Walgreens. They do burn you out. You know what? I didn't go on a hunt per se, but I went yesterday. Yesterday I went to Target and Walmart, the local ones, just real quick, just to pop in and see what was going on. No Shao Kahn's yet, but they did have Liu Kang and he's like a purple Sub-Zero. It looked like Sub-Zero, but he was like kind of purple. It was like an alternate. McFarlane does that. They just throw all kinds of alternates at us. They had that at Target, but no Shao Kahn. And then I went over to the Walmart, and that's where I found the 3.75 GI Joes. I picked up Cobra Commander, Duke, and Lady J. I haven't opened up a single one. Let me see if I can get you guys an angle on it. There they go. There. So I picked those up. I thought they were pretty. I thought they were cheaper than what they really are. I thought they were like under or about $10, but they're more they're closer to the $15 range. So yeah, Mohawk was cool. Gremlins 2. Is that like Spike? Am I thinking of a different guy? I know there was one that kind of bonded with vegetables. He had like, instead of like those boils that they get, he had like tomatoes and stuff growing out of his face. Gremlins 2. I believe it's on HBO Max. If you guys have HBO Max, pop in one. Gremlins 1 is a really good Christmas movie. Watch that during Christmas, and then and preferably with little kids who are not expecting it to be as scary as it is. Like my kids, a couple of years ago, we put it on, and they were the jump scare, and it's like, oh, you guys are supposed to be tough guys. You play Five Nights at Freddy all night, But yeah, those jump scares for Gremlins 1 was definitely getting them, and that is not a G-rated or a PG movie. Not at the time that they didn't have PG-13 like we have now. It was either PG or R. So that one was kind of in the middle, just like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, where the guy's ripping out his heart. That one fly today, but not in a PG-13 movie. Like we said earlier, man, it was the '80s. You flew under different rules in the '80s. You really did. Boomer talks. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I like George and Lenny from Gremlins. George and Lenny. George and Lenny were mice and men. What's his name? Lieutenant Dan and John Malkovich. I don't know if you're talking about a different George and Lenny. George and Lenny. Yeah. So we're just talking toys, talking movies. Don Thomas, if you're still here, give us a good. Oh, okay. There were references in Gremlin. Okay, you know what? You're making me want to do a rewatch of Gremlins 2, but in order to do that, just to get caught up, you got to watch Gremlins 1, just to just to say you did it. But yeah, the Hulk Hogan cameo and yeah, George and Lenny, I guess too. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Gremlins. Bye bye, Billy. that one was pretty good. Yeah. Sorry, I'm reading Instagram stories and stuff, or not stories, but messages. What do you guys think about the Pokemon cards in the Happy Meals? Are this whole collector craze that we're going through? Are we gonna start going crazy and start scalping some of that stuff too? That's crazy. I was actually thinking about live streaming on Instagram tomorrow, picking up some Happy Meals for the boys for lunch, just to see just see if we get lucky and find anything in there. Comment below what you guys think about the Pokemon cards in the Happy Meals. Are they feeding the frenzy? Are they making us crazy? Doing I myself don't collect Pokemon cards. Killer Mike back in the days used to. He kind of stopped now, but he'll still kind of glance at them when we walk past stuff. But for the most part, he hasn't bought one of those big packs, those $50 packs or whatever. But there are people that collect them, just like we collect Legends or Funko Pops. I've walked past the card section, and I'll see like 3 or 4 guys just grouped up, and it's just like us when we're waiting for Marvel Legends to come out of the back. It's they're waiting for someone to bring them, and as soon as they put the box out, just woo, 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 feeding frenzy, and the people, yeah, it's crazy, but these companies know what they're doing, man. They release a finite amount, and then just kind of drag you along. It's crazy. I'm not gone into McDonald's in 3 years. Good for you. There's freaking carotid arteries in McDonald's. I remember when they had the golden Pokemon card. I mean, that might be a thing. The golden Pokemon card might be coming back. Who knows? Yeah, that Pokemon section. And if you notice, the Pokemon cards are always empty. It's like whenever they put out new stuff, it goes quick. It goes like NECA goes, and like the NECA Turtles. NECA Turtles. I was at a Target once, and the NECA rep was actually loading the stuff up, and I happened to walk by, and it was these. Matter of fact, I was picking them up for some jagoff that doesn't even want them anymore. But yeah, he even told me, he's like, man, what is the deal with these things? I can't put them on the shelf fast enough. As soon as I put them, they disappear, and that's true. I grabbed 3 of them just off top, so they go quick. It's some things that don't move, or some things move super quick, and some things don't move at all. That's just how it is. What's something that doesn't move? The gold Wonder Woman. I can legit. It is 9:45. If I were to leave my house and fly to Target, I guarantee you that I can find 3 of them sitting on the shelf in the NECA section of Target. Yeah, Target and Walmart. NECA turtles are extinct. Yep. Total Toy Recon put something out earlier today that you were starting to see them in. You were starting to see the movie 4-packs of the turtles, or the movie 2-packs of the turtles. I was thinking about going out today, but I was just like, what are the odds? I'm gonna make a trip out, and the Walmart's actually kind of far. I'm in the middle of 2, but they're both, one's about 10 minutes away, the other's about 15 minutes away. But round trip, we're talking about 30 plus gas. I don't know. These are all variables I think about when toy hunting. It's just like, well, is it worth it? And then you come back empty-handed. It's a long drive back that you're thinking about it. Like, I could have been lifting weights. I could have been trying to figure Streamlabs out. Who knows? But instead I drove out for nothing. And yeah, that's the strikeouts. No one records the strikeouts except me with the Walgreens one. But yeah, the Egyptians and all their hieroglyphics that they put out throughout history, never once did they lose a battle. At least on those walls where they were putting their hieroglyphics. Now, does that mean they were undefeated? No, because they would still be around, right? So, but yeah, typically when a hunt goes bad, I don't post it. But this last Walgreens one, I went to so many that I was just like, man, you got to post this. What's the point of doing it? It literally was a 2-day hunt. I spent the evening hunting and then the morning hunting. What it do, Mischievous? You want to come say what's up real quick? Come and say hello. Come and say hello. Got Mischievous on the 1s and 2s, live streaming just randomly.
What's up, Wolfpackers?
What it do? Can you guys hear him? Because I'm on the earpiece.
I also have my earpiece in.
He also has his earpiece in.
What's up, Wolfpackers?
It's your boy Mischievous Unicorn.
Killer Mike, he's just busy with the wolf cat.
Yeah, simping with the wolf cat. All right, man. We're just chilling. What you eating?
Nothing.
What's in your cheek?
Toilet paper.
What the heck? Another tooth?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! You've been exposed to gamma radiation. Now your teeth are falling out. That's what's going on. Holy! It fell out completely, or it's just bleeding?
It's bleeding. Well, I was just pushing on it and it fell out.
You know what? Maybe if you brush your teeth a little more, you wouldn't lose so many teeth. What do you think? Let's try brushing. For like a whole week. Let's brush every day.
Okay.
And then see if teeth stop falling out.
Okay.
If they stop falling out, maybe you did something right. Okay.
I'll let you have your earpiece back.
All right, cool. Thanks for stopping by, bro. All right, so that was Mischievous. That was the good friend Mischievous. Let me read some chats real quick. Haven't been there in 3 years. Pokemon Gold. 10 people. My Target and Walmart NECAs are extinct. I did see a figure that I thought was getting Ace Ventura. Oh, okay. I remember that one. When I'm looking for a figure I can't find, I'm like, no. Yeah, a bunch of other stuff. Yeah. That's how it is. Like, I'll talk about that like in my intros, I'll say like, all right, so-and-so is coming out. So-and-so is coming out. We're going to be looking for this or that. But it's Forrest Gump. You never know what you're going to get. One of the, I mean, I wouldn't say one of the, but the time that I found the Super Shredder, I was just going. I was taking my wife lunch, and on the way back, I'm passing. There was a Walmart on the way there and on the way back. So I was like, let me swing in here real quick. What's the worst that happens? And boom, there was 2 of them. I got one for myself and I got one for a buddy. I don't know if he resells them. If he does and sells them up at a markup, I sold it to him for face value. So I'm kind of my conscience is clear selling it to him at face value. Now, if you go and you scalp it on your own, that's on you. I didn't give it to you for you to scalp. I gave it to you because I assume you're a collector and you wanna hold the figure, but you never know. What do you guys think of that? Do you guys pick up extra stuff for buddies? Do you guys do a solid for people? And I've received tons of stuff from friends at face value. That Kingpin that I just showed. a buddy of mine by the Bay Collector found it for me, and he didn't mark me up. He gave it to me at that same price. So I was, so yeah, the buddy system. Do you guys follow the buddy system? Do you pick something up for buddies? One thing I'll do sometimes is if I'm going out and I know I'm gonna be hitting like a bunch of stores, not just while I was passing by Target and I popped in because sometimes with that, like I'll send out a message and then 40 minutes later I get a reply, oh yeah, can you get this and that? I'm like, no bro, I'm already at home, but if I'm going out with the intent just to hunt and I'm going to multiple targets, like I know sleeping collectibles said that his target is an hour away. I'm like, God, I can hit in an hour and a half. I can hit 5 targets. That's been my record. 5 targets, just shoot in and shoot out. Just look for what I need and then get out. I can do 5 targets in an hour and a half. But yeah, it takes him that long just to do one. But back to what I was saying. I'm the king of getting sidetracked, bro. That's why like whenever if I guest appearance on anyone's show or anything like that, I'm like I gotta tell myself focus on what you're on what the topic that they're talking about, because I'll start talking about like my 7th grade crush or something like that, and my locker combination in 9th grade. Let me see what is going on here. Figured it out. What is he? Okay. Sorry, I'm had to check messages on Instagram real quick. J-Boy 32. No, don't do it, J-Boy. $32 for Ploto Coon. Can you guys see that right there? Comment below what you guys think. I think that's too high. I would say wait just a little bit. Go on Hasbro Pulse and see if sometimes they'll post like the restock stuff. And yeah, $32. That's pretty pricey for Ploto. See if Tommy's got it. Yeah, I used to, but I stopped because they were selling them for money. Yeah, I mean it's once it leaves my hands, it's literally out of my hands. So yeah, but also is it one-sided? Are you getting stuff for them and they're getting stuff for you? Are you I also don't want to get used. I'm always willing to help, but if it's just one-sided, if I'm just your guy to go to, and then you're gonna flip it for something else, then I'm probably not gonna mess with you no more. Like with my Toy Connect, normally I'll get him something hot and he gives me something hot. It's like we kind of for the longest in my YouTube reviews, when I'd bring them up, I'd let people know that we don't even exchange money for at least a good year. Anytime we swapped, it was just figure for figure and at face value. But I don't know if times are tough. I don't know what he's got going on in his life, but he's trying to. It started with the Bane Wave. The Bane Wave. He hit me up. He hit me up one morning, and I knew that it was in the area, but it was raining that morning. I didn't really want to get out in the cold, getting wet and stuff like that. But I knew that it had been sighted in the area, and then he texted me about 9ish that he had the entire wave, and he wanted 175 for it. 175. I was just like, you know what? I just politely, I was like, you know what? That's a little too rich for my blood, bro. I'm gonna pass. But at the same token, I that lit out a fire under my ass that I'm not gonna get gouged. Yeah, I spent a lot of money on figs, but I'm not gonna throw money away. There's a difference. There's a difference between spending money on something you want and spending money to cover someone else's expenses. Don Thomas, what you say, bro? Where I live, we have 2 Target stores. We're overwhelmed with too many Walmarts. Well, is that a bad thing? Is too many Walmarts a bad thing? Too many Targets a bad thing? We actually don't have very many Walmarts here. There's 2. I'm in the middle of 2, so it would take me maybe 30 minutes to get from one to the other. And then there's one across a bridge, but you got to pay a toll to get to that one. That's a super Walmart, but that doesn't necessarily mean they have good things, because I've gone and there's like nothing on the pegs. It's just you'll see a Lando, you'll see I don't know what's her name, the girl from Star Wars with the gap teeth. You know, and it's just like, bro, I came all the way out here for this. That's just how it be sometimes. That's just how it be. All right, man. All right, man. I gotta go. See you. Can swing by later. Take care. All right, bro. Thanks for coming out, Jurassic. Yeah. So, yep. We're oh shit. We just hit the 1 hour mark. All right. Cool. And what time is it? 10 o'clock. Oh, these boys got to get to bed. I guess we'll wrap it up right about at 10 o'clock. Get them settled for the night. I want to thank everyone for coming out. This was technically it wasn't a test. It was more a vent that I couldn't get my Streamlabs working. I couldn't get StreamYard working the way I wanted it to. So yeah, your boy ain't as tech savvy as he appears. I don't know. Well, I'll keep working on the mobile for the Saturday streams. I mean, like this isn't bad. I don't mind this. It's just the table that we do it on. Like we wouldn't be able to show everything that the way we're on. Like, let me put this here on the table. See, I don't really like this whole low angle, and then if you go too high, I don't really like that either. I like the angle that I had it on the camera, on the phone camera, but then I can't access my phone if I get a message from somebody, you know, or just anything. If I want to stream the link to the Discord that I'm in or something like that. That's always an issue. I used to work for Walmart. It's not fun, the company to work for. No, yeah, no, definitely. I'm a union construction, so I know all too well about Walmart's. But I'm also a toy collector, so I'm willing to swallow my pride just a little bit to, you know, try to find some figures. That's how it be. Yeah, no healthcare. Get your ass to work and this and that. And the thing is, they prey on people that don't know any better. That's how any non-union job is. You know, once you get outside that realm and go work union and know that when you're unionized, they take a lot better care of you. If for whatever reason you go back to this, you're like, nah, hold on, bro, this ain't how it goes down. I'm gonna get my 30 minutes lunch, and you know, if you got me working anything more than 8 hours, you're gonna pay me. Not none of this. Oh, you gotta work, because they will tell you so many lies to try to get you try to get the upper hand on you. Why? Because people don't know that you don't know the truth. So, you know, kind of bone up on it, I guess. Yeah, strike busters, things like that. Yeah, leave a comment, leave a like if you guys know anything about that. But yeah, I think we're gonna bring this one to a close, guys. Be on the lookout. I got Black Cat as well as Kingpin are going to be coming out pretty soon, so be ready for that one. And then we'll be streaming again this Saturday, noon Pacific, 3 p.m. East Coast. If anyone's on Dan Hu time, 8 o'clock, 9 a.m. for anyone in Hawaii. So, yep. All right, guys. You guys take care. Don Thomas and friends. You guys have a good one. Appreciate you guys stopping by, listening to me vent about life and talking movies, talk video games. This was fun. We might do these impromptu live streams every once in a while. Just a whole different setup where we don't have to focus on unboxing or doing any of that stuff. But yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. We will catch you on the next one.